window dressing. They say, hey, I got meet Attorney General, Minister of Justice, Madam okay, so issue no lay, and not to continue with the case. Okay, see, Mayor. When I'm going on the European senators, Bakoro, Governor, Attorney General, any other, or even the President, say, Sunday, Pota, Konda, Osadara, your Metiala leader, or Pota. Man, you want to like him, fine. Of late, as a people, see the reason and can help today because I will run as a governor here in the southeast. And when somebody see based on the video name, that's him na be chief. Na don't I consider that can Gagami the national security advisor. Marcia, him just told me Gami among the relevant authorities like all the southeast governors, the chief security officers of the state in the southeast, the security report on the southeast. I remember in 2013-14, the national security advisor invited me, Sambo Dasuki. Oh, through one of the security gurus in Igbo land who used to reach me. I went. When I discussed, so when stormy discussion, like for hours about the southeast. Maybe the petition. See the list. I got you certain questions. You have to convince him why. Is it possible not to make we are? You have to convince him. You have to convince him. You have to convince these people, security wise. As a matter of fact, I doubt.
All right, wonderful people. Nanyuku Watsurike, Ikute Chalia, my brother. The other time, if you have been following my my broadcast here, you will find that this thing Mazi Wazurike talked about, I have said the same thing. It is not about coming out on social media. It's not about ringing bells. It's not about shouting of what the Southeast governors, they are writing a petition, they are writing letter to the president. You have to be there in present. And as a matter of fact, the Southeast governors, I think they are undermining themselves because they don't even know their power as the governors in Southeast. The Johannes Ndibo does not even know their power as the Johannes Ndibo. Because this is not even coming out on social media. In the case of Sunday Go, they never did it. In the case of the outside guy, they never did it. All these things were just silent movement. And the Southeast governors every day, they will come out and tell us this. They will come and be announcing it on social media. What we want to hear is result. What is the outcome? Tell us that you have went to meet the president and this is so is the outcome. It's not gallivanting on social media, coming out and be making noise on social media, and after making noise on social media, nothing will come of it because we know that soon election is coming, and these people knows that the only way they can get the heart of the Southeast people is by talking about the issue of margin and the kind so that the people will feel that they have interest. Many of them are now using it for their own personal political interest. I'm going to watch this video and tell me what you observe.
The fact that on his own, IPOB is a human rights organization fighting for self-determination. Now, taking advantage of the fact that he has not been around, some people have decided to use the name to do some other things. And if you recall, that was in February when I traveled to Europe. So he instructed that I should try to see Simon Eber.
Who's in Finland, I think.
Yes, Finland, that I should go to Finland to see Simon Ekpa, and I should advise him. You know, remember that he has written with his handwriting. So Simon Ekpa said he wrote that thing with AK-47 on his head, that you can only believe if Nnamdi Kanu is out. So after my program, I contacted him. I said, please, I want to come and see you. How do I get across to you? He said, where am I? I said, I'm in Germany. He said, okay, that I should go to Belgium and wait for him. I traveled to Belgium. I waited for him for 2 days. He said, let us talk on phone. I said, now, I'm your leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, whom you called your leader, said that he's not happy with you. I marshal out some points. Paramount among them is the economy of in the Southeast in particular, and Nigeria as a whole, and the killings. So he said he disagreed with me, that Nnamdi Kanu did not send me, that I fabricated this story. So now I came back, I visited Nnamdi Kanu. I said, the young man said, except you are out, that's when he will believe you. So, and some other issues, going also by what the court has hinted, let it not be as if we don't want peace. Then also the fact that on his own.
All right, my wonderful people. That one is coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, who was narrating how he went to Germany, Europe, and decided to meet Mazi Simon Ekpa in order to be able to deliver Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's message to him, because Kanu has already written to Mazi Simon Ekpa, according to him, to pedal down, to slow down. But Ekpa himself has said that Kanu we never say such a thing, that whatever he's saying now is because he is under duress, and that is why he is saying something like that. Meanwhile, asị m ndị Igbo ekene m unu, ndị Igbo ekene m unu, ndị Igbo ekene m unu, si nke onye chi nya biko nya zelu, maka na ndị be anyị si na akwụ mechaa daa n'ikili, n'ọnya bụ nnụnụ nwere ọnụ ogologo ka a na-akpọ, ka ya bụ nnụnụ nwere ọnụ ogologo bịa mapụta akụ as it be. Make you watch this video. As na Peter Obi post and we say, on the day Kenyan youth chased their parliamentarians, they ended up having their meals in the bush. And I watched the video. All right, welcome back. The people you are seeing there on your video is Kenyan parliamentaries that their youth chased away from the parliament, and they ended up eating their meal in the bush. Meanwhile, I don't know when that is going to become the fate of this nation, because a lot of things have gone down the line. The government that is meant to protect the people are no more protecting the people. Rather, they are siphoning what the people are meant to use to take care of themselves, all in the name of governance. And we are still wondering, when are all these things going to end? Watch this video before I'll say come back to you again.
Now, the question we should be asking is, when they went to search Nnamdi Kanu's house, what weapon did they find in that house? What is he being charged for? Are they stupid? say worse things in this country, and nobody has arrested them. For me, this whole thing has become a political issue. Nigeria has always been a country where there is selective justice, depending on who you know and what region you come from. But you see, when people say release Nnamdi Kanu, and they're saying the courts have granted him bail or whatever, we need to also put that in perspective. Now, when the appeal court discharged him and said he should be released, the first mistake the federal government did was not to have released him. Even if they were going to appeal that case, they should have released him. But they did not. They held him and then went to Supreme Court.
All right, my wonderful people, I don't see as it happen. Everybody is saying the same thing. There was no evidence found on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and why he should still be held captive in that DSS dungeon. There has been a lot of filing by his legal team, but of course, you know, the country where we find ourselves is where the rule of law does not have any meaning to the government, even to the populace. What we find in this country is what is called I am, who you know and